women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you've got taught like a man.
That's why they were
You're not a
cheating on
man.
you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your
They
place.
cheated on you multiple
Black women-
times.
Yeah, I know, because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
Where? Go, where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
No, I think I'll stand.
Let me rephrase. Sit your weak monkey ass down before all the people of Freedom learn that the Pierce family is the chocolate-covered Incredibles.
And that was the clip that I've seen going viral on social media, especially UK TikTok. And I truly don't know where to start with this. It's looking like Tobias managed to escape the Black Lightning universe and made it into ours to cause more havoc. But nonetheless, welcome to Banty Beauty's Nation. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you after the intro.
To answer your question, well, not so much your question, your statement about if a black man, if you're not dating a woman, a black man's not dating a woman that mimics your mother as a black woman, then there's something wrong with you. I never found a black woman that could step in my mother's shoes. Not even remotely close. When I mean remotely close, not one black woman have I seen walk this planet of Earth is in the image of my mother or my grandmother. So what
Can I ask what your mum was?
My mum is everything.
Sorry.
My mum is everything.
As in nationality?
Jamaican.
Okay.
My mum is everything.
Okay, so your mum is black?
My mum raised 5 boys by herself.
So your mum is black?
Yes.
And you don't feel like there's any other black woman that's like your mum? It's just your mum?
Not even
Just a
close.
rare gem?
Not
She's
even-
just a one-off?
That's why it's
I
harder
think you're
for...
taking it too
Do you think
literal.
that's why
It's
it's hard
meant
for
to
you
be
to find a black
Not even
woman
close.
that you can relate to?
And I don't want to be with a woman that I'm thinking, yeah, that's like my mother. I don't want to do that. Hold on.
Now, I watched a bit of the Backchat show to see what went on in this episode, and as I skimmed through it, it was a reoccurring piece of news that Ginger has a South Asian girlfriend. So that is his chosen partner. Now, that's not where the issue was. The issue began because he made it clear that he does not date black women. A comment made by him that I deem unwise. I think that if he did not say that, then the conversation wouldn't have boiled over to the extent that it did. One thing I have noticed, and this is with all women to be fair, once women realize they are not a preference or the desired type, they become upset 9 times out of 10. And I think it stems from a lot, or most women's natural desire to be liked by people. Now him, especially as a black man, saying he does not date his own group of women, 2 black women, will obviously start a problem, or at the very least open up the conversation of self-hate, colonial beauty standards, etc. Because all black people have been conditioned to hate themselves one way or another for the past like 400 years. So him saying that obviously rubbed some of the women on the show the wrong way. To add to that, I also wanted to say that while watching the show, it did remind me why I dislike watching black debate podcasts. I don't like them. Black debate podcasts or black dating shows, well, I don't enjoy these things no matter what race. But I dislike these forms of media quite a bit. Reasons why I do is because I find that most of the people that go on these platforms lack a certain level of maturity. Nobody listens to each other, people lack social cues, certain folks never know when to be quiet, everyone is shouting over one another, and as a watcher, I tend to get frustrated because I'm just hearing opinions being scrambled rather than good arguments, points, conclusions, and a lesson learned that I can take with me. It's all arguments, generic, ignorant stereotypes, and a bunch of adults behaving like they're still in secondary school. But that's enough from me. Let's start commenting on the video. Also, I've cut out some bits so that this video is not too long, but let's go.
He dated multiple black women in the beginning. So he didn't just not ever go for black people. He'd done it to the point where he got tired and stopped. So that means he did try, it didn't work, he went elsewhere. Hence why I don't feel like he fits the question, because he did try. If it worked with one of the 100 black girls he dated, he would have been with them. It didn't work.
I will say that he still fits. I will say the reason why I think he still fits is because I'm attracted to black men. I've dated a lot of black men that have let me down, but I'm still going to try with a black man.
But can you end up with a white one?
Because I want my children and my lineage to be as black for as long as possible.
I understand, but could you... How can countless black women be doing something to you and there's no problem with you? You're clearly...
Did I say that?
No,
Did I say there was nothing wrong
don't
with me?
blame it on the black women and say that the
Then
black
ask me
women...
what I did.
Wait, hold on. Don't blame it on...
Don't insinuate.
What did you bring to the table?
So what did you do?
I went to prison.
So maybe
You're telling me him and... So how is that our fault? You went to prison and you're upset that we cannot tolerate you. Stop calling me a prisoner. Who went to prison?
I find that a good question because when I look at black people who promote for black men or black women to date out, to be honest, they're often crappy people. Example, passport bros and divestors. They often have very unlikable traits as people. And I'm not against interracial dating, but black people who push it tend to have what I'd call like a few screws loose in their heads. They are prone to bad-mouthing their people. They both hate when they see black men and black women wanting to be together. They are both adamant in saying black love is dead. They are two sides of the same coin. These black men and black women who fight tooth and nail to pedestalize interracial dating tend to be very egotistical. They have this vibe about them as if to say to other black people, I'm better because I swirl. Notice how they talk down on black men and women who simply have a preference for one another. And I'm not accusing Ginger of saying such things. But I will say that he is a man that has been in and out of jail. And since he has been in and out of jail, I don't think it is far-fetched to say that he probably has some major unlikable qualities as a person. Jail is for people who break laws. So I'm assuming he might have a rebellious attitude. He probably is hard-headed, does not listen. Also, most people that end up in jail end up there because they somewhat feel like their life is out of their control. So committing petty crimes is like a form of subtle comfort for them. Oh, my house rent is due and this warehouse job isn't paying me enough. Let me sell weed on the side to get quick money. Oh, I watched my mom and dad slave away a job that won't give them enough for their family. Let me get into a gang and take part in a few robberies, sell the goods and make mad bread. This can be a trap some ethnic minorities fall into. They might not think of it that way, but deep down, people do commit crimes due to feeling like their life is spinning out of control. Whether it is out of control due to drugs, poverty, abuse, and maybe other stuff like social pressures induced by a cold capitalist society. But jail is for those who snapped under pressure and gave in to the destructive lifestyle to ease the hardships. Some crimes are worse than others. But anyways, back to my point. I don't know Ginger's full story, but based off him going to jail, I assume he is someone who feels like he is not in control. And people who like to have control of a situation snap in moments when they are not running the scene. It translates in their minds as chaos. I believe this quality of his translated into his dating preference, and I will get into that later.
So, Ginger J, right? Have you experienced any sort of like culture clash between you and your family or your partner's family? And then how does that transcend into now you raising a child together?
No, yes and no. We don't have children, no kids until we're married. No kids until we're married. So yeah, no kids yet. So no, we ain't we've had a culture situation in terms of the acceptance kind of thing, but then not too much, if that makes sense, or just the culture's accepting. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't because I'm black, that's because I went to prison.
I think it's because of both. he's black, and been to prison. He's a whole stereotype. This man is Asian parents' worst fear. Two types of parents that are reputation crazy are African parents and Asian parents. These people are often hands-on with who enters their family and marries their daughters. But back to Asians. These people are often very traditional. They won't allow any outsider to be with their children, and I feel like Ginger is downplaying what might have went down with his girlfriend's family. Either he's just her plaything for a while, or she probably wholeheartedly loves him and the family gave up on her, you know? Because these people, from what I've seen, they don't play about their children's choice of partners.
Here's a man that what I'm not. Don't just ask. So here's what. I went to prison and I broke a lot of trust with people. I never told them to stay there, and I never told them I have expectations of them. I had dreams and things sold to me from these women. Understood? A white woman as well, right? As a man, I went to prison for mistakes that I made, and I fucked everybody off because I made that decision. Shut up. 1 second.
And there it is, that quality of wanting control, just of him sensing that this lady wanted to speak, caused him to say an unwarranted shut up. And the woman he said that to, I watched a bit of the show, and she was one of the more calm and mature people on there. She didn't have an attitude, and she seemed to want to hear others' perspectives. And him doing that also reveals that he already has in his mind that black women are inherently chaotic. He views black women as chaotic and people to be tamed. So it does not matter how calm you are. As long as you are a black woman, men like him will give you this treatment. This might also be why he is with a South Asian woman. They are not black, and Asians generally have a reputation or stereotype of being submissive women. So due to his own perception of black women, he drifted to the kind of woman he assumed he'd have more control over, thus picking an Asian woman. Because ultimately, men like him want a woman who will do what they want, not what they need.
I made that decision. I even cut off my whole family line because I made that decision. Are we clear? Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
These people came back into my life because as the public, you have access to people in prison if you know their name. Am I chatting shit? No.
I bet
So
you wouldn't talk
watch
to Asia
this.
like that.
Watch this. Watch this. Oh, I talk to Asia like this every day. She loves it. Watch this. Yeah? Those people came back into my life and I accepted it. With that acceptance, I now behaving, but with my behaving, there's karma. You have to live what you sow. And I lived what I sow through those women and other men that did me dirty at the same period of time in life.
So you can agree it's not
I fucked up, they fucked up. I'm not gonna go back to a fuck up, and I'm not gonna continue to do some shit with people that kept fucking up. Let me keep living my life. I find a new lane. This lane's working for me. I'm winning, and I'm winning with India. Hasn't been on.
I only ask because a lot of times it is known that Asian people do have a stigma towards black people.
Yeah, definitely, and
then how would that transcend? So
I don't know the
say you have kids
conversation
now.
that was had over there, but the
It
whole
sounds like you're an anomaly, which is nice.
my thing was the prison thing because I didn't go to prison for anything like I was a serious thing. So for anybody to consider me into their family, that has to be considered, and because I understand that could be a problem for any culture because it was a bad thing. So that's the only difference that we've had culturally. Because if I was with a black woman, my prison sentence. I would have got celebrated at the barbecue. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
You see what I mean by black men and black women who push swirling are prone to badmouth their people? He insulted black society and he does not even know he did it. He said black people would celebrate his return from jail at the barbecue. So automatically, I know that his perception of black people and black culture is full of degeneracy. He probably has one of these families where the girls break their backs working hard and the boys do whatever. The boys just get to be boys, and all the women might be a bunch of male-centered boy moms. And the reason I say this is because most families like this have the most problems and the most chaos, with the most diabolical sons. Black families with pride are not celebrating you leaving jail, because what were you doing there in the first place? Especially if you've been there more than once. And I am saying this as someone who has heard of a distant relative going to jail. I never knew about it until their sentence was up. And even then, I was one of the few out of 4 to know. It was not something we celebrated or told people. So automatically, I see Ginger is not media trained or he lacks shame when he should, if I'm to be honest.
Please don't say that, not in my family. Maybe in your family, it's acceptable to go to prison. But in my family, even just getting arrested and getting NFA is inappropriate. Please make it clear. It's your family that thinks it's normal. My family doesn't think it's normal. Thank you.
I can't handle this. What did you go prison for?
Huh?
What did you go prison for? It's too much. What did you go prison for?
Gab's not on camera.
Yeah, like, drive.
Outside of the.
Okay,
Yeah, because what do you mean attitude?
I don't. Alright, watch that.
What, did I give attitude just now?
Me, I don't know.
Did I give him attitude just now?
I think you did.
I didn't give any
A
attitude.
little bit.
You,
What?
because from
Oh, I feel like you hate black women now.
Do you see why I said that?
What do you
Do
mean
you see
attitude?
why I said that? What do you mean I have attitude? I'm even smiling with you. What's with the mimicking? What's with the when did I ever do this? Like let's calm ourselves down now because I will show you the attitude that you're looking for because I ain't giving it to you yet. I'm on 20 right now. Don't let me give you 100, please.
Now, I will say Cookie was one of the louder people on the show. She did come off as very fiery, so I can understand where Ginger is coming from in that sense. But to me, she just sounds like an average West African woman. I'm not saying that all West African women are loud, because that's not true, but we all know a few people like Cookie, if we're going to be honest, who are very expressive and animated. And this trait is not only in black women, it's also in black men, if we're to be completely honest about it. People always talk about loud black women, but not loud black men. To be fair, black people as a whole are very expressive people, maybe even a little melodramatic. And although I might not like it all the time, I've accepted it as a part of us. We just are very exaggerative people. I don't even know if exaggerative is a word, but let's just roll with it for now. You know, we are very expressive. We have the most expressive gestures, facial expressions, you know, the most creative way of speaking. So I'm not going to act like it's not something we all do, you know. Some of the men were loud, but nobody said they had an attitude. But personally, I do feel like most people on the show were super reactive and loud. And that's why so many people barely listened and spoke over one another. He did that mockery of Cookie because that's how he sees black women. He views any black woman giving him some pushback as an attitude, as having an attitude. Like I said before, you know, he desires control. He feels like he can't control black women.
Majority of black women love to snap, innit?
White women do it too.
Majority of black women love to snap, and white women love to follow black women.
Now, this is where he truly exposes himself. He associates anything bad with black women. See how he said Y&T women like to follow black women? So he is indirectly blaming Y&T women's bad behavior on black women. So he thinks non-black women are inherently good, whereas black women are inherently bad. His mindset is so dangerous. It is why black girls never get to have a proper childhood. We get villainized all the time since we are kids, and this is also why when non-black female music artists move from child to adult, they go through a black phase where they act like a black female stereotype, because that stereotype is what is used to signify grown, sexy, bad girl, you know? And it's messed up that is how a lot of people think, including Ginger here. And he said that as if Y&T women are these innocent, easily influenced children. They are not 2-year-olds. They are grown women. They make choices like everyone else. Nobody is making them copy a black woman stereotype.
Sassy. I never said there's nothing wrong with sassy. But here's what I do love. I love a woman to stay feminine.
So I'm not feminine.
No, not when you get angry. And not when
I'm
you
not
get
angry
attitude.
though.
Your mum has no sass, yeah?
Okay, for anyone in the back that does not know this, anger is an emotion and not a gender-based quality. You can be male or female and experience it. And I used to follow all these masculine men and feminine women channels until I clocked that the messages were full of shit. They pushed the unhealthy message that women who are expressing anger are masculine and that men who express anger are feminine. And I noticed that people do that. When a man expresses anger, he's being feminine, and when a woman expresses anger, she's masculine. Or they would just say things like that, when a man or woman is badly behaved. No, you dimwit, they aren't masculine or feminine. They are poorly behaved or they are angry. Now, are there mindful ways to express anger? Yes. Do people do it? Not always. Some people can't control their emotions and they need to train their impulses. It has nothing to do with gender of the sort. Now, I do believe sass is feminine. Sassiness and shade, in my opinion, are mainly feminine qualities, but not anger. Anger is for everyone.
Clock it! Your mum has no sass whatsoever?
My mum will box everything down.
His mum will, according to him, box everything down. Maybe that's why he thinks black women are aggressive. And I'm not saying he doesn't love his mum, but understand that a lot of these men, particularly black men who date out despite black women, a lot of them have unfinished beef with their mothers. A lot of them had mothers who yelled at them, smacked them at the slightest inconvenience or mood swing, and they couldn't chat back to her about it. So they held it all in and they take it out on black women, their dating, etc. They're actually telling you what they wish they told their mom after she put hands on them as a boy before Sunday services. A lot of them had stressed out single moms, so they never saw their mom be quote-unquote feminine. Their mom never had the soft life, and due to this, they hear other black women and they perceive their tone of voice as similar to their mothers, because their mothers were probably loud and stressful to listen to. Their moms were probably insufferable. So that is a form of parental trauma, and due to this, some black men hear black women's voices, no matter the tone, as their mother's nagging. I'm not making excuses for Tobias over here, but I genuinely feel like my analysis might be correct.
Saying, just because my mum raised me and was
Latino woman is
like
sexy.
When your wife is upset or when she's like angry, does she ever
can have
speak,
all the attitude
does she
she
ever
can.
speak like, I don't know, she's Indian, so I'm assuming she might speak Gujarati. Does she speak Gujarati when she's mad at you?
She can do whatever she wants when she's mad at me. She's mad at me.
And here it is. He thinks non-black women are inherently good. So according to him, his South Asian girlfriend can do whatever she wants when she's mad at him. He just prefers the image not to be of an angry black woman, but he likes an angry Asian woman. To add to this, I feel like he might have had the same indifferent attitude when clashing with his girlfriend's family. Almost like bad treatment is okay as long as it isn't coming from black people.
Wasn't okay.
I feel like his wife kind of, for some reason or for whatever he's experienced, his wife has the upper hand now. So whatever his wife wants to do, whether she wants to shout at him in Gujarati, give him attitude, cuss him, call him whatever she wants to call him, and whatever she speaks, Punjabi or Gujarati, he's cool with it. He's fine, because I feel like he's accepted her and he's accepted his fate. But when it comes to any other woman, especially a black woman, like his mum, he don't like it. He's mad. Like, it's just not allowed.
I agree with her on this. He likes bad treatment from non-black women. Or he feels like he can't give them the same attitude as he would to a black woman. It's ironic because he went for a race of women who he assumed he'd have more control over, but as a result, his non-black preference is the real one in control of him. Poetic justice.
Let me finish.
You know you're proving his point.
So here's what we're not
I don't
gonna.
give a shit.
No, but I'm saying, no, but you're proving his point. Like.
I don't give a heck.
Wait. Let me say something.
That's not my man.
No, let me
That's over there.
talk. Ladies,
And he likes
please.
my attitude.
Come on, please.
Watch this. No, wait, watch this. You just triggered me a little bit because you did something that all the other black women used to do. You asked me a question, you didn't let me answer it, and then you said you don't give a shit.
I don't though, that's the truth.
I know you don't, so what's the point of the conversation?
Well, you were the one who said you don't date black women when nobody asked. So people are entitled to say they don't give a shit. But anyways, continuing.
And then
me,
what's
your
the point?
point is
And then
invalid.
what's the
So
point?
I don't care
So
for
why
the
would I keep
answer,
dating
that's
you?
why.
So wait, no. So why would I keep dating you?
No, but me is
So why would I keep dating
I know
you?
all the black women out there.
What does
So
it sound
you're
like?
categorizing
What does it sound
all
like?
of the black women over the couple
What
of
does it
black
sound
women
like?
you dated.
What
You
does
just
it
proved
sound
your
like?
point.
You proved the Rose point.
Hello, can we hear from the road?
What does it sound like?
To me, it does sound like a little bit of a race thing. And but don't kill me.
It is a race thing. I don't date black women. I stopped dating you for a reason. Stop trying to say that what I didn't say.
the reason.
I told you the reason.
He really said the reason.
I told you the
He said the
reason.
reason already.
Now guys, watch this man unravel as he sees himself lose more control of the situation.
I told you the
He said the
reason.
reason already.
Listen, here's what we're not doing. We're not going around it.
Let her finish. So can you let me finish?
Let me upset you. Let me. Pardon?
You said that she didn't let you finish, but could you let me finish?
No, I ain't got time for it no more. Dead time. Dead that. Dead that. Dead that. Dead that. Dead that. Dead that. You had your chance. And watch this. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. You see, if we was having a conversation, yeah, if we was having a conversation, because you was talking perfectly fine, no attitude, and you was delegating yourself perfectly fine, and then black attitude happened.
That's me.
So watch this, and then watch this, and then watch this.
Black attitude.
Watch this. So then that's so that means.
Honestly, these are the worst type of women to upset. They will keep at it and annoy you until you crash out. They are the type to yell, "You're triggered," when you show you're upset. They aren't exactly the serious and mature type. And I say this because I see secondary school girls act like this. They listen to talk, speak over others, and are very reactive people. I'm saying this because I am also seeing a few of the girls with unlikable qualities too. I don't like people who egg on controversies. They are the girls who poke fun at the quiet kid because they think everything is a joke. They make situations more risky because they don't know when to stop. They think pissing people off is funny. I personally wouldn't have poked fun at Tobias here. He clearly has a fragile male ego, a desire to have control. He's been to jail and he does not like black women. There are too many reasons for this man to snap, run across the room and give me 2 black eyes and a concussion.
So that means
So white women don't snap. Indian women don't snap. They're not angry. It's only us black women. They play.
Conversation is done and I address it.
To her defense, because it's not a race thing, it's a women thing.
Here's why I don't date black women. Nah, dead that. You wanna no, here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot. I'm listening. Because you lot don't like to fucking listen. I'm listening.
This is clearly someone who didn't get heard as a child and did not get much attention. From what I know, because I've watched a few clips of him, but from what I know, his mum had 5 boys. So that is a full house. There is no way all the kids are getting a decent amount of attention. No way. Kids who get no parental attention are often noisy or do complete madness to be seen and heard. They always are the adults that demand to be listened to and respected. Like, you can hear the childhood screams from their tones, and you almost get a little flashback of them as a youth, holding up their picture from primary school in the living room to their parents watching TV, calling, "Mummy, look, I drew Spider-Man." And their mum's like, "Be quiet, I'm trying to watch Coronation Street." Yeah, some people, you can tell that their parents would rather smoke plantain leaves than give their children some attention.
I don't like to fucking listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when
place?
you get put in your place, you think you've got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your
That's why
fucking
they
place.
cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know.
you put
And that's
no one
why
in
I'm
their
never going to
place.
be in your
That's why
proper
you have to
again.
then dip out
Yeah,
the pool.
I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Now, he is wrong, but we can see 2 of the other girls trying to get headband over here to stop engaging with him. At this point, they are both triggering one another. They have the same kind of energy, to be fair.
I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
Where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
Hannah,
Did she just shoot? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Once you talk about black women's hair, you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with this by yourself, my brother.
Take off your head.
Triggered.
Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair? I'm triggered.
And it's the way none of the men got Tobias to check himself. They sat there laughing instead. And I find that very telling of how some black men are lousy in defending black women. But I'm not shocked. Most people on platforms like this are childish. So no surprise. And I know it sounds odd coming from me because I push natural hair on my channel and I do comment on wigs and relaxers a lot. But Tobias rubbed me the wrong way with this. I feel like he has spite for black women, and also he isn't with a black woman. He is pouring his resources, that's if he even has any. But anyways, he's pouring his resources into the Asian community. So he needs to go and speak on Asian women, since that's who he dates. And I'll help him out. It is well known that South Asia has a caste system and a colorism issue. Why doesn't Tobias speak on that? Why is he even in black spaces causing more division? Go on a South Asian show or podcast. This could have been avoided.
Where's your hair?
No,
Where's your hair?
looking ass nigga about where's your hair.
Show me your hair.
No, he's
Show me your hair.
pressed. He's pressed.
Take off your eyelash.
People, you're
Take off your
pressed.
eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed because you got cheated on 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it.
Jumping.
And I'll bring my natural hair Indian woman in here now.
And then what?
she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your floor.
The proud of silence. The proud of silence.
Fake hair.
The proud of silence.
You, my fair lady, haven't even had your legs open wide enough yet to even think you can speak to a man like me. So, a bit of advice. Go put your legs on some shoulders. Go swing from some chandeliers. Go get some life experience. And then come back and see me.
So, is that what you think young black women have to do to speak to you on a disagreement? This man is an agent of chaos. He's a psyop. I don't care.
Understand me? You didn't want to accept the fact that I said it. I'm triggered.
Cap in the
I
round.
told you, don't get me on a fucking
Didn't
show.
he?
I don't date black women. Not watch
Didn't
this.
he?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of you have got your hair
he?
on? None of you. Shut up. I date natural women.
You pissed off the gingerbread man. Calm down. You're 4 foot. You're not scaring anybody. Sit the fuck down.
I don't know why this guy's crashing out so much.
I date natural women. I date
he?
natural women. Shut up.
Didn't he?
Shut up. I'm not talking.
Got a big man press.
I'm pressed.
Pressed.
I press Indian girl. I'm definitely pressed. Like your hair. I'm pressed like your hair.
A lot is going on right now. Too many people are triggered. I'm not just going to put it on Ginger. The girls, like everyone's triggered right now.
And shout out to Bouncer for bringing up this clip from the Blue Tick show. So this clip has Tobias on it, and he is basically giving us his backstory. I won't play the whole thing, but I'll play some of it and comment on what I think stands out about Ginger's archetype.
I can tell you all the stories. I can tell you stories about man getting melted with sugar and hot water. And I see his eyes and his face come off in his hands.
Swear to God.
I can tell you all that shit. And a piece of the water and I up on my thing and burnt off my skin.
So you've experienced that whole thing, bro?
Bro, everything, bro. I've witnessed people kill themselves, hang themselves. I've had to cut them down.
Swear to God.
I've had to cut them down, bro. Like, cut them down because the officers can't get in there. I've had to cut them down with my boy. And catching people and their tongue is in my nose because we've had to catch them. And the shit is defecated and it's dropped on me from where they've killed themselves. Because I've caught them and cut them down. It's all been through it.
Now this is heavily traumatizing stuff. And things like this is why men need to be one of the first people in a therapist office, especially black men, because you'll be talking to them casually and they have the most vile story ever. They have the backstory of a DC villain and they don't go to therapy. So this man has a mixture of death and... This man has seen a mixture of death and violence close up.
You've done the same mad shit. What's changed? Why have you come out this time and said, you know what, I ain't fucking going back? Because you could have come out and gone on a whole nother reload and gone mental again. What made you this time say, no?
Oh, I definitely could have come out and been
a madman.
I definitely could have come out and been a bad boy, madman, millionaire with all the plugs and everybody that I met in jail. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you?
It's not worth it.
But what changed? Something could have changed because you didn't say to me before it wasn't worth it.
I lost too much, man. I lost too much in that bird. I lost way too much, bro. I lost way too much. I lost uncles. I lost friends. I lost my niece. I lost way too much time. I'm looking at my nieces and nephews now. And I've never met my nieces and nephews, but they're all 10. I got 28 brothers and sisters. Can you imagine how many nieces and nephews I've got? And they're all huge. Like, they're all big. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, they're like, this is your Uncle Josiah. And they're like, he looks like my other uncle because we're black and ginger, but I lost that.
Yeah.
Like, so now my nieces and nephews that are a certain age are seeing me build a bond with their little brothers and sisters that have just been born since I've been out. It's not fair on them.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still their uncle, but they know I'm going to be a better uncle to them. I'm going to have a better bond with them because they're already grown.
And might I add, I also think this man might be feeling like he's in a midlife crisis. I think he spent like 11 years in jail, if I'm not wrong. So that's a pretty long time. He has missed a lot. And I definitely believe there is a certain level of guilt he has due to him missing out on 11 years. He knows he messed up. He knows he missed a lot. And I think there is that aspect of him being angry at the world for his mess ups. He must have a lot of inner demons, to be honest, a lot of inner conflict.
Bed when I was in jail. Imagine I called my mum, bro. So let me check on my mum. This was during COVID. So let me check on my mum before I bang up. I got my boy's smartphone. Brother, she ain't picking up. Nah, cool, I'll call her tomorrow. Let me call my brother. Something just said, let me call my brother. I said, call my brother. He said, call mum back. He said, you need to call mum. I said, what? She's in the hospital. I said, what? Again? Called her, bro. She just had a full-on stroke.
Wow.
Slipped in the bathroom, broke her hip. On top of this, she's already got terminal illness. She's already got terminal illness separate. She's already had cancer twice and beat it twice. Bro, she was on the deathbed. She was so gone. I called her back and she's picked up the phone. She's picked up the phone and all she's saying is, I'm dying and I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make it.
This is despair and desperation. And these are two aspects to cause a person to crave control more than ever. Stuck in jail, and mum is on a deathbed. That is life spinning out of control. This adds more depth to his character, to be honest. Now I can see why someone like him could snap like the way he did on Backchat. That's the first instance of control slipping away. He thought his mum would always be around, and ironically, this is when he wanted to pull himself together.
Bro?
That wakes you up.
Bro? My mum was apologizing to me, saying that she isn't gonna make it to the end of my sentence to see me be a free man.
Well, yes, parents are responsible for how their kids come out, especially if they raise the kid that is in and out of jail like it's their home.
Every time I think about it, it's like, I can't believe I put her through that. How selfish am I to make the woman that's devoted everything that she is to me, to make her believe that she's sorry for shit that I did? That's crazy. That there had me in. Bro, and at that same point, my woman that had been with through my bird, the whole 7 years she would hold my whole bird, she cheated and left me, got pregnant for her next man. Thought I didn't know, but I knew everything because one of her friends was just like they were just telling me everything that she was doing. Like she didn't think I know. So I knew she was seeing somebody else and then cheated and ended up pregnant and was just lying and didn't want to tell me about it.
And I think this was another aspect that he felt he was losing control in, and also the reason why he hates black women. The black woman he was with left him in jail and moved on. Now others will call it betrayal. I call it smart. Maybe she betrayed him, but I don't think it's a betrayal that worked to her disadvantage. Because if you are in and out of jail and finally get an 11-year sentence, I'm not sticking around, especially if I'm not married to you. I understand he's heartbroken and he has all the right to feel the way he feels, but I am willing to bet before being put behind bars, people were pleading with him to turn his life around. Like, people like that always have signs that they're doing things that are going to put them in jail. They're always signs, okay? It doesn't happen by surprise, okay? I don't blame her for moving on, to be fair. 11 years for a boyfriend? God forbid.
Though that was my whole future base, that I'm planning my future with this person. I took on her daughter as a stepfather as well. Like, her daughter would call me dad from birth.
Wow.
So before I went to jail.
Yeah.
And then, so that's all happening. My niece died a week after that phone call from my mum. I moved to DCAT, open prison, within that same week. So within 9 days, this is all happening. My mum can't
your
speak.
head must have been fucked.
Bro. What? Everybody I'm supposed to be coming out to jail to is gone. My mum's about to die. The woman, the kid, the family life that
Yeah, his life spun right out of control. I understand the snap. I'm not agreeing with what he did, but I'm getting a better understanding of the snap. It sounds like everything bad was happening in one go after being put in jail.
Kid, the family life that I've been sending, how much, what the fuck?
How much you want to test me kind of thing?
Bro, now you're going to move me to open prison where I can actually go and see all my people, but...
No one's there for me. No one's there.
Mikey. I had my big brother in Huddersfield, Miller, my bro. Said, Mills, I'm coming up north to DK. He said, don't worry, little bro. I got you. You just let me know when you're letting you out. I got you. I'm going to come get you. We'll take you out. Fuck everything. Make you show you. And he did. Mummy survived by the grace of God. And bro, what crime? What crime, bro? What? I stopped shotting in prison. I stopped. I said, hey, because I said to God, God, I need you to get her through. She needs to see me come home because I'm gonna do something crazy. I said to God, she needs to be alive to see what I'm gonna do. As soon as she sees it, she's yours. This is how I talk to God, because my mum's been terminally ill, so the family knows
something. It's part of life cycle.
It's part of life cycle, but this wasn't the time. I said, God, please.
Well, I'm glad he wants to do better for the sake of his mom, but the Uncle Ruckus type crash out on black women wasn't it. But you know, I was Ginger the Besto with his Asian queen. And also to add, I was wondering why his non-black girlfriend would date him if he hates black women, because there is no way he isn't trash talking us with his South Asian lady. But then I saw this clip on Instagram and it made total sense to me.
Let me tell you something. When a black man goes on a television show to find love with white women and all he does is drag black women, that's not about preference. That's internalized hatred.
My name is T, 40 years old. I own my own dump truck business.
Very cool. What would you say you're looking for in a real one?
It's right here, man. Snow bunnies.
Oh, you like the white women?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's why you're here, and I'm happy to have you here. Now, let's go for this. In relationships, there are heartbreakers, deal breakers, red flags. What's something you wouldn't tolerate in a relationship?
I don't date black women.
Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with a deal breaker. So can you focus on qualities, not color, but qualities you don't like?
Okay, well, I don't like a loud woman.
Okay.
White women are quiet. Black women are loud.
Once again, I don't need you to mention or disrespect black women. There's loud women in every culture. So can you move forward without mentioning race or ethnicity or?
Okay, so I like a woman that's submissive, right?
Okay.
White women, they listen. Black women don't listen to me.
Okay, if you're going to be disrespectful to black women, then I'm going to ask you to leave.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Okay, so I mentioned color.
Okay.
So give me a quality. So you don't like loud.
Yes.
You want a submissive woman.
Yes.
You have one more.
Yes.
Without color.
I like nice hair. Well, I could rub my fingers through it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
White women, hair silky. Black women, nappy wigs falling all off at the club. You know what I mean?
Dry. You're being disrespectful. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna ask you to leave if you can't be respectful.
Well,
so, okay.
Have a good one.
Okay. Yeah. If you can't,
I keep it real. All right.
Okay. It doesn't matter. That's not real. That's rude. And there is a difference. So
if the show is about him finding love with white women, why is he repeatedly bringing up what he doesn't like about black women? See, a preference is about something that you like. Internalized hatred is about something you've been taught to dislike, especially when it's about your own people. And when you can't even describe your type without taking shots at black women, even when they're not even a part of the dating pool, you're not just sharing your taste. You're reinforcing every racist, sexist stereotype that this country has ever thrown at them. And the fact that the host had to tell him multiple times, like, bro, just say what you want without bringing up race, shows how deep this runs. It's not enough for him to say, I like this. He also says, I don't like that. And that is always his own women. White supremacy's greatest trick wasn't just oppressing us. It was teaching us how to oppress each other. So when a black man uses his platform to tear down black women, it's just not exposing them, it's exposing him also.
Now, I am no mathematician, but based on this, I am assuming 3 in 6 non-black women will happily date a self-hating black man who hates black women, which is basically half. But like I said, women get upset when they are not the preference, so any form of being pedestalized is good for them, especially insecure non-black women who need black insecurity to feel good. But now I see why they stick beside men like Tobias. But that's all for today. Subscribe today to the Bantu Beauties Nation, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Refuse to accept that anybody is truly shocked and surprised by what the one named Ginger J said about black women. Because since I know myself coming up, especially since secondary school, I have repeatedly, on numerous occasions, in multiple scenarios, unprovoked, heard black boys and black men repeat and talk the same thing what my ear Ginger J said. It's like the all of them come together and have meeting and have their words well put down. The women them love to snap their wrists. They're rude. They don't know how to submit themselves. They're rank. They're too over the top. They're not natural. They have fake this. And all of this out of something that they come up with unprovoked most of the time without anybody asking them any questions. And I've always felt like it has completely been allowed in the Black British community for Black men to openly come out and disgrace Black women without attack, without rebuttal, and they're just allowed to do it. Because this is something that is unique with Black people, that you do not see this kind of thing with any other community where their men just come out and openly, publicly disgrace their women to different sets of people and all kinds of things. They don't decide to just have the little conversation by the dinner table with just them and them alone, for us, by us. They have it very publicly and they're very, very confident to do so. And that is something that I have seen for decades of my life with Black men and Black boys. And I know damn well that the whole way have witnessed and seen those kinds of things. And why I don't really want to see Black men in general taking a position of extreme outrage is because I know that you have been a part of conversations, whether or not you have participated or not, but I know that you have been part of conversations before, whether it's a WhatsApp group, whether it's in public spaces or wherever on a day. Because if I can be on the sidelines as a gay man and I've heard these things verbatim in my face repeatedly throughout my life, and the way that they would chat Black women publicly, and very typically it's not uncommon to hear them talking them things there to their white girlfriends, when I don't even do them to a certain day, you know, because boy, you know, them Black girls there, I don't even know, them Black girls are just, nah man, allow it man. And I've heard white girls come back and even repeat the same things that their Black boyfriends and their Black man them that they're lying down with would say to them. This is indicative, and it is almost a disease within our community, that we allow for this kind of disgraceful public dismissal of Black women, Black Nubian women that gave life and birth to the world. And here you are standing up there with your creased face and your criminal record, not looking delicious to anybody that would possibly want to suit her. A criminal in the public forum is stood there questioning Black women and about how he does not want them. Who wants you? That's the question. Black women have high standards. They have high standards for themselves, for their community, and for their children, and they fight and have historically fought. And if it was not for Black women, I don't know if we could be stood here today as Black people. So for you to be stood there, to be stood on the backs of that, and then to be so confident and brazen, to speak the way that you spoke publicly for the world, to hear you disgracing yourself as somebody that has come through the loins of a Black woman, and for you to sit down there and disgrace yourself in such a way publicly and think that that is a good thing, and to think it is a good thing to say things so disparagingly about Black women, which is just completely untrue. I see him in one video talking about take your fake wig off of your head. Why is it that you believe that just because you have uttered a few words to create a sentence, that means that they must follow your orders? That is why Black women do not want you, because you have taken a misogynistic position where you just believe that if you utter a few words in English, that it must mean they must do so. The fake wig. I was stunned by the man's idiotic grammar and his idiotic positions on fake wig. It is a wig. How can a wig be fake? It is a wig. A wig is inherently something that is imitating something, so by its nature and product, it is fake. And it is something that white people historically, for hundreds of years, within the upper classes have worn. Did you stand up in history class in secondary school and tell the white people to take off their wigs? Did you ever do that? Have you ever felt appalled when you have clearly had to go to court and encounter these people with their wigs on their head? Did you ever tell them to take off their wigs? Did you ever tell them to take off their fake wigs? A phrase that makes no sense. Did you ever tell them to do them something that? No, you did not. But you stood on a public platform that you know has loads of people watching, white, Black, Chinese, Indian alike, and you felt that it was no way to speak that way there. And the reason why you felt no way to speak that way there is because we have this disease in the Black community where men have this way of speaking about Black women. Now, of course, I'm going to get a comment to say not all Black men. Now, of course, we know that we're not dumb, and I must assume that you know that I'm not stupid as well. That, of course, it is not most men. It is just a minority of men. But it's an acceptance in our community that I don't see challenged as much as it really should be. It's an acceptance that I see much so within us than any other community, and that is where the problem is. The fact that this man never felt the disgrace within him inherently to say, may I go up on a public platform and talk them something that is indicative to something that is going on within the Black community as a general thing, and we know certain things going on statistically about how we do what we might be doing. And the last thing that may I go touch pan is I've seen a few comments online where there is this idea or this implication that the man could be gay because he was in prison. No. Let's just make it very clear. He is a member of the 97% of men, because let's just remember that gay men make up 3% of the population. So he is actually part of the 97%, the supermajority. And as such, he represents what I know the supermajority to be like in the past. Let's be very clear. Black gay men have always stood behind Black women. That is what I can tell you for free. Because when the Black men are running up and down like, I don't know what to call it, like jackass in a pen, when the Black men them are telling the lies when they're ready for tell, and when the Black men are sitting down on public platforms and chatting Black women so disparagingly in a way to disgrace their own self, without even an acknowledgement of what they're doing to who they are and their entire being and their entire race and everything that they're a part of, as a criminal stood there looking like, I don't even want to call it Jack in the Beanstalk climb a mountain. Here we are in real life. But anyways, I sidetrack. Black gay men do not put down black women in that way. We stand behind them, we support them, and let me tell you something, we will fight for them, and we've been fighting for them. Black women and gay men have always historically been at the forefront of any fight that is taking place in any kind of public reality, whether it's soft resistance, medium irony, hard, them dead in a real life, and they've been there as a factual point of historical fact that is evidenced. So you cannot sit down there and brandish this kind of behavior and kind of sidetrack it to suggest that because he's gay, that is what has led him to hate gay women. That is not a personality trait of gay men at all. Black gay men feel the most safest around black women, generally speaking. So you will not do that. Male-female hatred within the 97% of the heterosexual black men that exist is something that is real. Now, there's a small amount, obviously, of that 97%, thank God. But we know that this is an issue within our people there. We know that. So stop pretending like we're shocked. And what we need to call out is the fact that those black women had to be exposed to this crebe, me no know what to call it, this old drag up boy will just come out of prison that serves no purpose, that can't offer a ting on a plate in real life, that has stories online that just disgrace who he is and his character, to sit down there and shout and holler like you have anything important to say. But here we are, the internet allows for all sides of digga people that have no sense in their brain, that would really self-confidently self-disgrace themselves in a public platform as a way like you think it is a good thing. I just saw the idiot in a one something talking about how, watch the video. That's all I'm going to say, you just watch the video. Because he confidently believes that he was triggered because he was allowed to be triggered. He confidently believes that his position is just a preference, Well, if it was just a preference, you would create your preference out of your preference, not born through a retaliation to what you described it to be. I don't like black women because of these reasons. Well, that's not a preference. That is you saying, I don't like a particular group of people, so therefore I'm putting myself there. That is not a preference, my darling. Preferences would be something that is quite natural and innate. You have consciously, actively decided to make a decision that black people around you are not good enough for you based on reasons that is rooted in misogyny, rooted in white supremacy, and rooted in just basically dumbness. Excuse me. I wanted to do 3 minutes. 9 minutes in, here we are.
The disrespect starts today. It started today, it will stop today. I don't look like this dude. Look at him. I don't look at him. I don't look like him. His lips are purple. I don't look like him. I don't know him. I don't necessarily need to know him. Shout out to him. To me, he looked like a hammerhead shark. You see how his eyes are like, they look like they're falling on each side. They're like they're just doing this shit. Like they're like, every time I get on live, I look like somebody new. And today, it was him. It was, stop playing with me.
You lot have watched it, right? Cool. There's a thing on Instagram circulating about my apology yesterday. Yes, I apologize for my actions because my temper went way too. I should have controlled my temper. That is it, and that is all I'm apologizing for. Let's be very clear here. Everything I said was true. Everything I said was true, and everything I said was a fact because I was talking about me. I stated clearly at the beginning, it's about me. I stated clearly twice, I'm not generalizing, it's about the women I've dated. It's about me. They asked me questions about me, not about the world, about me. It was all about me. I kicked off about me. I didn't kick off about generalizing. So, anybody that's upset with generalizing, that's on you. I didn't generalize all black women. I said, take off your wig. I said, show me your hair. And I've said it numerous times in my life. Numerous times because I love to see black hair. I love it. It's better than the wigs. So take off your wig and show me your hair. Because I'm tired of you being fake. Okay, simple as that. That's one thing explained. Whether you like it or not, that's what I said. And that's why I said it. I'm not the first black man to say it. I'm not the last black man to say it. And many more will say it because we are tired of black women wearing fake wigs because they have beautiful hair. All black women have beautiful hair. Whether your hair is as bald as mine, black women, you know how to grease it up and shave up the sides and make it look good. Because that's what black people do. So take off your wig and show me your hair.